Today we lay the groundwork for Hackberry Hills and begin construction on our next new ride. I'm Mostly Average Matt, and this is Hackberry Hills. Let's get to it. Welcome to today's live portion. You may be noticing something a little bit different where we don't have any audio from the game. And that's because the audio didn't want to record the right way. There were a lot of breaks in it. It just wasn't recording great. So I'm doing this after the fact. I'm going to do my best to talk my way through what I was actually talking about. If you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. But what you're seeing right up above here is our new river rapids ride, right over top of the carousel there. I think it turned out really well in terms of layout. There's not much more to it. But before we get over there, you're going to see we did some path work here. We added in a new entrance from our hotel area to our park. So it just has a little information stand in there. We'll obviously put some concrete or some type of barrier around that path to make it fit into the section a little bit. We're also going to be adding some shops on both sides, and we also want to take a look at doing an expansion down towards Buddy's Smokehouse, which I'm really excited to. We'll probably get into that a little bit later in a couple episodes. But you can also see I did a lot of terraforming. I was trying to make this scenario a little bit more challenging to work with the terraforming and the ground, so you see a bunch of the Hackberry Hills, if you will. And then we come up to this little bridge that I made to get us across the now new body of water. And you can also see our new river rapid ride off to the left. But you really start to see how much terraforming I am doing in the background. There's not much flat land in here. But anyway, back to the bridge. The bridge, we are actually going to make it like a little covered bridge to make it fit into the scenery. A lot of trees, a lot of bushes, things like that, with a lot of rock work. So I have a lot of work to do in that aspect. And you can see right along the left of that ramp, we are going to put some rocks in there as well to make it fit in. As we zoom out, you can really take a look at the new water that we have. The idea was to be a river flowing through the park, and then it ended up not, like, it wasn't going to work if I had it go actually all the way through. So we have two lakes with a weird connection in the middle, but I think it turned out really well. Our river rapid ride, though, I tried to build this as realistic as possible. So right when you come out of the station, it is always on a downward slope. So it'll go all the way down around the first turn on a downward slope. We're going to have some rocks that lead off to the left side of that come down and splash on the boat below that's passing. And then as it goes around the next turn, we're going to probably do some heavily wooded areas. Maybe throw in like a forest fire type theme, and we'll figure it out from there unless I come up with something different. Or if you have a better suggestion, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. Then we get to the biggest drop, which is not that big. It takes us into the river, which I think this turned out really nicely. And it just kind of hugs along the river there. We will have to build our own little retention wall, because obviously if I'm going for realism, there isn't going to be a park in the world that's going to let their boat be part of the river. So we'll just build a nice little retention wall around the side, maybe even lower the water a little bit to get more of that river rapids look to it, because it looks a little odd right now because of where the water level is at. Then we also got a big retention pond, and I got this idea. I was watching Nerd Chacho the other day in his Reel Up My Ride series from this point forward, the recording goes pretty well, so I'm going to jump back to me in the game. Sorry for the odd cut in all of that. My recording decided to just stop out of nowhere, so... but what I was saying is we have this nice big retention pond where all the water goes if there needs to be an evacuation. We're going to get some pipes that go up that take it to the top. We're going to have some different little things here. I have a pretty interesting theme of like a forest fire type to kind of build in with the rest of the resort. So I'm really excited to get started on that. It's going to be a lot. We're probably going to do bits and pieces of it over the next couple episodes. But I'm trying to limit myself to keep a life balance here as well from playing. I don't want to just play Planet Coaster for 16 hours a day and then sleep the other 8. Plus I do have a real job as well, so we're going to do a little bit to keep this every so often, try and get some other pieces of the park done. Oh, computer's burning up. We still got to do some scenery up here around the cabins. Resorts will probably even this out a little bit. Maybe put some rocks in there to make that look a little bit nicer. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Oh God, the camera angles are going nuts in this episode. But yeah, it was a pretty short episode. So again, thank you for sticking around. Have a bigger update. I have a big plan for Over by Buddy's Smokehouse that I'm hoping to do in the next video. So make sure you pay attention to that. If you did like this, please make sure to leave a like. If you see anything that I should be doing differently, or maybe I can make it a little bit better, make sure you leave it in the comment section. And if you want to find some more awesome Planet Coaster content, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Mostly Average Matt. We got a challenge park series over there, as well as a career mode series that we got going. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.